Now, later today, MPs will vote on whether to amend Sunday trading laws, which would allow larger stores to open longer on Sundays in England and Wales. But the plans, as we've been hearing, could be blocked after the Scottish National Party said it would join Conservative rebels in voting against the proposals. Although the new rules wouldn't apply in Scotland, where shops can already trade more freely on Sundays, the SNP claims they could hit pay north of the border. Well, I'm joined now by Jace Tyrrell from the new West End company, representing retail organisations in London's West End. Jace, if this vote went through, what would it mean for the retailers you represent?
Well, I think we've made a very strong economic case to actually reforming Sunday trading laws in England and Wales would boost jobs and, importantly, growth. And for the West End alone in London and Knightsbridge, this would be 2,000 new jobs and also 260 million a year in spend. So we're quite surprised that MPs considering the bill today wouldn't support jobs and growth here in Britain.
Now, some people might say that it's also important to protect family time. Sundays should be kept special. Workers shouldn't be made to feel that they have to work on days that they don't want to. What would your reaction to that be?
I think we've surveyed a lot of our employees here in central London to understand their views on this, and I think now we have such a multicultural workforce. We have different flexible days, we have students, we have different family arrangements working in our stores, and actually 2/3 of the 1,000 employees that we surveyed actually supported enhancing Sunday trading hours and having the opportunity to extend the amount of work they can do on a Sunday. I think also globally, a lot of other cities around the world have reformed their Sunday trading hours, and it's really important for Britain that we remain competitive on a global stage.
Now, there's been some discussion of restricting the additional hours to specific areas, specific busy retail areas like London's West End. Would that work for you?
Absolutely. I mean, we're very focused, obviously, on Bond Street, Oxford Street and Regent Street and the growth and the job opportunities here. And we also think probably other parts of the UK would benefit, particularly from the tourism piece. So I think the news in the last hour that potentially pilots are there. I hope the government will be encouraged to look at the West End as one of those first pilots.
Now, one of the concerns is that if Sunday trading hours are relaxed, then that sort of additional Sunday pay that workers might get for working what seemed to be an antisocial day would disappear. Would you think that could happen?
I think there's enough safeguards in the reform they're proposing to protect the workers' rights. And actually, again, a lot of the respondents we had from our employees in central London was they wanted the opportunity to work extra hours to make some more money based on the flexible working that they have already during the working week.
OK, Jace Tyrrell from the new West End company, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Now, before we go, let's take a quick look at the markets. The FTSE's been trading steadily today. As you can see there, it's up just over 0.5%. But let's see the Dow. Now, trading hasn't opened yet. In fact, there's no figure there for the Dow. But I can tell you that the Dow is around the 17,000 mark, which is good, but analysts are pointing out that if you take a step back, that's still a whopping 1,000 points lower than where it was this time last year. Now, the insurance giant Prudential, they're up almost 4% after they unveiled a 22% hike in profits and announced a special dividend payout. But not good news for G4S. Their shares down more than 20% after they reported a 40% slump in profits. That's it from me. I'll be back with more in an hour. Anita.
Rachel, thank you very much. Jane and Simon will be here with you next. Right now, let's take a look at the weather forecast. Over to the Weather Centre to join Jay Wynn for that. Hi, Jay.
Hi there, Anita, and it's been a bit of a mixed bag, really, across the UK today. Some of us have had a pretty decent start today with a good deal of sunshine. The best of that has been in Scotland and in Northern Ireland. That's confirmed on the satellite sequence here. However, across England and Wales, you can see it's been a very different story so far. A lot of cloud. What this doesn't show is the strength of the wind, which has been howling across the south and west of the UK, gusty to 60, 70 miles an hour. That's caused some trouble, and there's been some very heavy rain, which has caused some flooding in places. The winds ease down through this afternoon, slowly, and the rain becomes a little bit lighter, but it's quite cold underneath that rain for the east coast of England, maybe only 5 degrees here. But with a bit of sunshine in Glasgow, Belfast, lighter winds as well, not such a bad afternoon here. Through the evening, we keep clear skies on the western side of the UK. Temperature will be dropping away, a touch of frost developing, particularly in Scotland, -5 in some of the sheltered glens, but with a cloud and a patchy rain for the eastern side of England, temperature should be held up here. But a dull and damp night for that eastern side. And through tomorrow, that rain becomes very light and patchy, and I think many places will have a dry day. So a much drier day tomorrow. The winds are that bit lighter, so all in all, it should feel just that little bit better.
To the north lay the Shadowlands. Perpetual midnight and darkness. I prefer silence. then you can hear thoughts and see the past.
It's almost as if the landscape itself has